Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play more Merfolk and Historic. So I actually just moved within the last couple days, so that's why we didn't have a league over the weekend. Or, well, I guess what with the Wednesday one is the one we missed, right? Yeah, so we did skip one, but I have basically enough stuff here set up where I have time to do this now. The house is still a mess and everything. We're still trying to get there's still some things that have to be moved over here, but for the time being, at least this is set up enough that I can do this. So yeah, moving sucks. Like if I don't, yeah, let me know like how what are your experiences with moving? Mine are that it absolutely sucks, but the space is nicer though. There's I think a larger space here and more room to set things up. Actually, you can see behind me over my shoulder here, I have the Infinity Gauntlets hiding, and like right behind me on this shelf here, there's my Fallout power helmet. I have a ton of stuff that's just sitting on the shelves. I posted a picture on Twitter, and I might post more pictures of stuff I have set up here later, but yeah, it's nice. I actually have places to put things instead of just keeping them stored in boxes now. So I appreciate that, but it's just it still is a huge pain in the ass to try to lug everything you own over to a new house, and especially during a time like this right now where you don't really want to be leaving the house. But the fortunate thing is, not too far away. Don't need to get too many people involved in it, so everything's sort of working out for me. But in any case, let's go and talk more about Merfolk and less about me and my personal life. So you guys want to see Merfolk, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, I decided I want to play some historic today. Just this seems to be the most like casual and fun thing that's going on. And Magic right now is historic, so let's go and do a little bit of that. There's also the most room to explore with this format too. Everything else is sort of like stagnating, I think, right now. Like, I don't think like Legacy is not in a good spot. I am not really a fan of like, what's going on with Modern at the moment. I don't think like Uro or Astrolabe are doing that format any favors, and certainly not Veil of Summer. Um, Pioneer has its own set of problems with like Mono White and Walking Ballista, especially that card. I hate that card so much, but the Walking Ballista is going to eternally be a thorn in our side and everything. But like, there's I don't know. I guess like the problem I have with Pioneers, like there's too much combo-y nonsense. I haven't really seen Inverter in a while, but I know it's still out there. A lot of other people still end up playing against it. And yeah, the blue devotion deck is in sort of a rough spot at the moment. Like it's hard to beat both like mono white and the red decks with it. But we're gonna definitely have some room to explore with blue decks and Pioneer because of the new spoiled card, the Sea Dasher Octopus. I think that card is going to definitely enable some decks, especially with this guy. And we might even play like some blue tempo-y decks in Historic with that card too. I think that Sea Dasher Octopus is going to make things like this, like you pair it with like this, and you have like effectively 8 obsession effects you can play in your deck, and that one is really good on its own. So I definitely no, I will guarantee that we're going to be playing that card in this channel in some format or another. So it'll be interesting. Like Ikoria, I don't think is going to change a whole lot for most of the decks we play, except like the Pioneer list and definitely like in Historic. Like there are some not necessarily Merfolk but mono blue tempo decks we can play with it that I think I would be really interested in trying out. So yeah, I'm sort of excited for that. I think yeah, Nikachu did a video about that card, and honestly, I have to agree with basically everything he said. I think the Octopus it is a really really good card. I don't think it's not necessarily like a Brazen Borrower level good, but it's really powerful. I think if you put it in the right shell, that can be a real deck, and we like playing mono blue decks, so yeah, I'm excited to try it. In the meantime, though, we do have our Merfolk deck that we want to try to grind a little bit with. So let's look at this list. I don't have Silver Gill Adepts in here at the moment. Instead, I want to try like a little bit more of a proactive approach to this. So we're going to play with some more 1-drops. We put some Jade Bears in here. I'm going to put 2 Merfolk Skydivers in just because the proliferate ability on it I think is useful in an end game, especially if you have stuff like Jade Bear and Skydiver. And the other card we added some Kumenis to this list. When you get to a point where you're putting a bunch of +1/+1 counters and things like, this card plus this card means like every turn you can just add like 2 +1/+1 counters to every creature you control on the board, which is insane. But even beyond that, just proliferating, and making Benthic Biomancer loot again is definitely, useful ability. I think this is fine, and if it has flying, so it can block in some things that are annoying for us, like the Ceres, or also be able to attack over some really annoying things in the ground. So that the evasion I think helps, and Kumena, yeah, I think that I've heard that some people have had some good experience with this card against like the mono white deck, so I'm interested in trying him out again and see how it does. The other card I'm going to try here is Water Trap Weaver. It's been a while since we played with this guy, but Water Trap, yeah, definitely, it's not quite like Tidebinder Mage, but it's pretty similar. You tap a creature down, you get it's tapped so you can attack, and then they can't attack you back, and then you can get one more attack in before it untaps. So if you play Water Trap, you can slow your opponent down quite a lot with it. And it is also a wizard, which is helpful for Wizard Retort. So when we want to hold this up in like turn 4, we can easily play like a Merfolk Trickster and a Retort, or something like maybe we want to play another Mistbinder in this or something. It helps us being able to hold this up in turn 4 with only 2 mana and still be able to do something else with our mana as well. So because we're playing with more green cards in the deck, I did add an extra forest to here, and it's possible that maybe we should be going like 7 islands and 4 forests. But I don't want to overdo it in a forest because we do have like double blue things in here. Yeah, if we look at our deck here, like we're in 23 lands here. We have 30 blue spells and 15 green things, so yeah, I don't want to. If we find that we're getting stuck without green mana a lot, then maybe we'll make this change. But I'm gonna try this like this for right now. So with that, yeah, let's go play some Historic. It's been a while, so let's go put some time into this. Yeah, I was playing with a Grixis Fires deck in order to. Oh, damn it! In order to clear out some of the challenges, so Historic ranked. Here we go. All my challenges were just stuff like I had to do them because they're like 750 coins for casting like red or black spells. So yeah, I love me some Nicol Bolas. All right, we're going first. This hand seemed well. It sort of is bad because we're never casting this, but we do have a nice curve to it, so I'm gonna keep it. We can go Speaker, Mistbinder, Water Trap. There's no reason for us to play the basic forest just yet. Alright, I guess I might want to play it now. Do I want to, though? But if I draw like Hinterland Harbor, I won't be able to play the untapped if I don't play this now, so. Alright, I'm going to do this now. But it looks like we're up against the Gruul deck. Which means Water Trap Weaver might actually do what it's supposed to do here. They play like Burning Tree Emissary into something else. You can tap this down with the Water Trap and get in. Interesting. Ooh, that's nice. I'm not going to block. Here we go. Water Trap is doing exactly what it was intended to do, which was help us get in 5 damage in turn 3 there. They can't get... Like, this is hard to attack. Well, that sucks. Really? I don't think you... Okay, I'm not going to block this. We attack you back for more damage. Ooh, that was also good. We have Wizard's Retort up at the moment, so that's fine. So they're at 8. Yeah, I'm not gonna... No. That takes like your whole turn to do that. They do have to be careful. Yeah, like they're at a point where they cannot really afford to just... yeah, start doing nonsense. I guess let's adapt this. We'll see what... If we get like a Mistbinder, we want to play it right now. Oh, that's fantastic. Breeding pool out. You have to play this. Merfolk. I can tap this thing down and attack in, and that is going to put us very close to winning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is super danger mode for them at the moment. Because, like, we're one Trickster or Water Trap Weaver away from just outright killing them. And they have to play another creature this turn to block or they die. So, there is that. And, like, if we draw Kumena here, that's also fine. Okay, so Trickster or Water Trap wins the game, right? Alright, unfortunately, we needed something that turn. Oh my god, you just have, like, infinite of these. You know what, this is always something I've noticed, like, any deck that, like, plays this card always has this card. Yeah, I mean, they can have this stupid thing. Like, now our chances of winning are, like, collapsing because we drew the land there and we did not need that. They can't attack, so, like... Where the fuck were you last turn? Alright, well... Yeah, like, now I don't know what we're doing here. We're probably losing this game. I really don't want that to be a thing. Like, Jimenez not going to help either. Yeah, I mean, they could have did that first. So, I mean, it's good that, like, we countered something before they used its ability. Alright, no, we're dead. There's no way that we can come back against this, so... We were doing so good there, and then we just, like, just ran out of gas. That sucks. Like, if we had, like, anything, we could have gotten there, but just flooding out did not help us. This sort of sucks, but... Opponent goes first. I guess we're gonna keep it. Oh, fuck. Yeah. We can play Mistbinder next turn, but I really don't want to. I really want an island so I can kill that thing. So here's a neat thing. I can play Benthic Biomancer and then Jade Bearer and then loot. I don't think that we're going to be casting this retort anytime soon. like, we're in danger of them just casting stuff like Heliod. Yeah. This is just going to make this worse, because now they can put a +1 counter on this thing. Ugh. Yeah, like, now when they just, like, play another creature, they can gain life. We're getting, like, last time we, like, flooded out, this time we're just getting choked on mana and we're gonna die because of it. And it's like the exact two decks that we were worried about, too. I don't think Arena likes me. And the problem is if they put it on Daxos, then the Trickster can't kill it anymore. Jeez, I can't afford to block any of this because we need our board. But we're gonna die, like, so badly. Alright, we're like, I'm giving up on this. Like, not being able to play, like, the Trickster or, like, the Reejerey that turn was terrible. Fuck it. We can't fall below gold 4, so there's no real... We're at the bottom of this tier, so there is no penalty to actually, like, losing a game at this point. So I am not investing myself heavily into, like, 1% or less games. This hand is fantastic. We're going to absolutely keep this. We can go Kamena Speaker, Merfolk Mistbinder, Mara Reejerey, and then just get them. The only thing that we're worried about is opponent having a sweeper, but that's pretty much the only thing that we're concerned with, because otherwise we should be able to create a really big beefy board very quickly. If they're debating over this long, then that's got to be good for us too. You know, I've also noticed that, like, on Arena, because, like, the games are really quick for the most part, and because there's also not, like, a huge, like, financial incentive to winning them, like, we're not paying $10 to enter a league, I'm a lot more, you know, inclined to just give up on games where it looks like, you know, we're not going to win, so... there's... I guess that's one of my biggest issues with Arena versus MTGO, that because trading exists in MTGO, and because you have things like event tickets that are actually worth money, you know, it takes a lot more effort to it doesn't, you put in more effort to MTGO because there's actually something to play for, whereas Arena, like, this is all, like, fictional nonsense. It doesn't, none of this is real. That doesn't matter. Like, the gold is effectively meaningless. Okay, Blood Crypt. Oh, Wizard Tutor. Okay, that's great. We might sandbag this Reejerey for a turn then. Maybe. So, I don't know. It depends what they do, but we might want to not play something so we can hold up Retort. I don't know why your opponent is just, like, not doing anything. Alright, let's play with our kitty. He just coughed up a fireball. Okay. That's fine. Well, if they're doing that, then that means they probably don't have anything for this. Or, yeah, if they're going to make a sacrifice the speaker, they might not have a sweeper in hand at the moment, so we can pretty safely play the Reejerey. I'm not hugely concerned about Ritual of Soot. Okay. And I will play this turn because then we can empty our hand and still have this up next turn. You can play Speaker, untap, and then play Jade Bear and untap. Alright, well I guess they had it the whole time. I mean, it's still not the end of the world because they only have 3 cards left, and I mean, I don't like the racing this as Kanta, but we do have enough. Like, we can still put enough power in play to. Like, if they play a Planeswalker, we can still counter it. Okay, they're gonna exile this thing. They're gonna know that we have a counterspell in hands. I don't think that we have too many creatures in the deck. It's not worth protecting it from a 1-for-1. We need to save this retort for like a Planeswalker, because that's usually what this deck is looking for. Alright, well, now we have to counter this because they're just going to take it anyway, and they get to surveil, so. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Hopefully this commander will live long enough to help start drawing us cards. They have perfect information. They know our hand, so. Mm-hmm. 2 cards left. Are they good? So Azcanta's going to flip soon, so we got to be concerned about that. That's not bad. I think I'm going to draw a card this turn. I could have attacked for 3 there, but I think I'd rather draw a card because, yeah, I don't know. They're up to 3 cards right now, and I really want more stuff in this. Like, this can attack next turn, and then if we can draw another fishy, then we can continue to draw cards with this thing. But if they're gonna like kill this, I need to get value out of it first. I'm not looking to lightning bolt them right now. This is like the slowest control player that we've played against on here. They're just like timing every single decision. Like, I've played these decks, alright? This is not, it is not that hard. Are they actually playing Fae of Wish, or are they playing this? I guess they're looking. No, they're playing this. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I mean, fine. Find whatever you need. I don't have Spell Pierce in my deck to search for. Oh my god. These games already, like, against Control go on forever, but this is not necessary. Erebus's intervention. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Alright, now we'll do this. So they got a removal spell. It's not even that good. This is fantastic. I'm going to do it like this because I want to be able to attack them for 5. So I think that's 6 cards, so it will flip next turn. I was hoping they don't have another Ritual of Soot. So they need a sweeper, like that's what's necessary at the moment. Erebus's intervention they can give us this much. They can't kill the Kamena with it though. That's interesting. The Jade Bearer has prevented Kamena from dying to the spell until they can play another land. Come on, look, just... Okay, see, and this is why we don't do this until the end step. Because if we would have did this preemptively, then we would have had to discard a card. Well, we didn't know that we were going to draw that, but oof, okay, well, this is actually really good. So let's see, we have 4, 8, 10. I think we're just doing this, right? Wizard's Retort means, like, if they try to tap out for intervention or anything, they're going to die. So I think we won this game. Now, like, any of these creatures is a threat that kills them. Yeah. But we have a counterspell up, so I don't know. I don't know what they can do here. I'm pretty sure they're just dead. Wow, this game is just dragging on forever. Alright, you lose. I said good day, sir. Yeah. Are you gonna let us kill you? Nope, they're gonna shock themselves. Okay. Finally. Alright, well, Kamena did his job versus Control for sure. They even had the Ritual of Soot early on, and we still were able to win because we were drawing enough cards with Kamena to grind through that. And it's another scenario, I think, where Wizard Retort is definitely relevant. If they would have tried with the line of recasting Nicol Bolas, like Spell Pierce wouldn't have been good enough, and at that point, like, Spell Pierce also couldn't have dealt with Ritual of Soot if they top-decked it. Okay, so let's see here. We have Kamena Speaker into Reedry. I mean, I guess that's fine. Probably play Unclaimed Territory first, unless they're playing red deck, then we might want to yeah, see, it's just... I don't know, against red decks, like, it's hard to know whether you want Breeding Pool or Territory, because you don't want to shock yourself, but they have a lot of things that deal 1 damage to a creature. That's when it dies. I'm not going to be blocking it, so... Alright. Hero of Precinct 1. I'm not happy about that. Well, I don't want to trade the speaker with this thing. don't think they're going to trade the hero, so... But we might actually need to keep this retort up because, let's see, this is going to be a Mardu hero deck. There's a lot of ways this is like an aristocrat type deal. Hmm. 2 cards left. Alright, let's attack. Oh, I don't like this card at all. It's gonna keep getting bigger. I have 1 card in here. I think I need to kill this thing. So if I play the Skydiver right now, I can't actually... yeah, I think I want to keep Trickster up at the moment, so... I think I'm just going to pass here. If they attack, then I can Trickster this thing and block. Okay, well... I'm definitely doing that, and now we're going to counter this. It's their last card. Aurelia is dangerous as hell. Just don't really want to make any attacks because if they make this a 3/4, I do want to just be able to double block and kill it. So we can just keep pumping up the Merfolk Skydiver every turn. Okay, this is fine. We trade one of these things for that. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, they can't attack with a token or we're just going to proliferate first. Okay, well... I really don't want that thing hitting me. So that's also going to make this token bigger. Damn it. This is all just... They keep top decking bombs. I don't think I can reasonably attack here, right? Maybe I have to, like... 15, like this is... They're gonna attack me for 6. They're gonna attack for 7. I can attack with these. I think I need to do this. We'll keep the island in hand just in case we draw Benthic Biomancer. At least this will slow down Oh, fucking Christ. How is it that you draw like 2 Aurelias and a Tajik when you have like no cards left? Alright, well... Alright. Alright, well we draw Benthic Biomancer. Does it matter? I don't think it does. I think our opponent just kept top decking nonsense, and then that's going to beat us. Yeah, no, that means we lose. That really is too much. Okay, well, I don't know what we were supposed to do about that. Like, you can't play around that, so. Yeah, it's hard to make progress against these sort of draws. Like, you know, if they have it, they have it. Alright, let's come on. We need we need to play as many games as possible to kind of get a feel for whether this deck works or not. Yeah, I guess this is fine, right? This does pretty much what we want it to do. Temple of Silence, so this could be... It might be like Esper Control. Oh, is this the combo deck? Okay, I see. Hmm. I mean, I could just bounce this thing back to his hand. So what is the best way to go about doing this? If I play the Mistbinder, I can't attack this turn. If I play the Trickster now, I don't know if that really does what I want it to do. I think the best thing to do is play this. There's no point in attacking, but now we can follow up with like Water Trap Weaver, and then Merfolk Trickster, and then potentially Brazen Borrower. They put an Uro in the graveyard, so there's that. Yep. Okay, well this is looking better and better. Maybe I should have just played the island there. Yeah, I don't know why I played the... I didn't need to pay 2 life for that. Fibble Thip. I don't think Teferi really does very much. Like, we are absolutely going to kill that thing. They don't... They can't cast Uro yet. I might just be better off ignoring Teferi entirely, though. The question is, what do we do about this excavator? I think we ignore it. Let's go after his face. So we can use Tricksters and Borrowers to keep clearing the path to kill him. So he thinks Uro is going to be enough to stop us from killing him. He's not correct on that. And he doesn't even have a second green to do this yet either, and not even enough cards, so we can just play like Trickster and bounce something. That's enough. Well, that's unfortunate. They can go after a Mistbinder. I mean, it's still okay. Still no second green source, though. The target of a spell. We'll send Benthic. Now, if we send Benthic Biomancer out there, I don't really need to do that again. I just really need to threaten him. We still have Tricksters for next turn. Being at 3 life is fine. Kethis, I don't think that does anything. You're at 3, so we can tap this thing and attack, and I think you're still dead. Yeah, they just gave up. Okay, well, they didn't know about the tricks in her hand, but it was fine. Yeah, that was a scenario in which, you know, normally Teferi is a pain in the ass, but, like, actually there, ignoring him was the correct thing to do. Sometimes, like, you can, like, if Teferi's just bouncing one creature and you still have a bunch of power on the board, it sometimes is just correct to kill the opponent before they can take it up to 3 and do something relevant with it again. So, this hand is fine, I guess. It's not perfect. Okay, it's getting better, though. I might adapt away this water trap. Okay, never mind. And this treasure. Yeah, so we're definitely adapting away this thing. So we really want a wizard retort. They're just discarding all their stuff. So they have treasure hunt in hand. This deck is typically a pretty good match for us. They're on the play, though, this time, and we didn't start with a counterspell in hand. But if we draw a Wizard Retort, they straight up lose, and there is still the possibility we can race them. It also matters if they, like, treasure hunt into Thassa's Oracle instead of another treasure hunt next turn. There should be probably one Oracle and one Hunt in their deck, so there's a 50% chance they draw Oracle, but then they won't be able to... Oh, well, fuck that. I guess we just win. Like, they... Alright, there's nothing they can really do here. Discard Water Trap Weaver. And we'll play Jade Bearer and Merfolk Trickster next turn. So they put another Treasure Hunt in hand. So they've cast 2, and they have a 3rd in hand. They can't cast it this turn, but yeah, like they're not gonna. That doesn't look like they're gonna win next turn. It's possible they could, though. If they have the Oracle in hand, we don't know about that, so. I don't want Water Trap Weaver. It's worth noting that not every version of this deck plays correctly. So they have 4 treasure hunts in their deck. Okay, so it's fine. So they still have to get Oracle. If they have Oracle in hand, like, that's fine. They put another hunt on top. But why? Why would you want another one on the top of your deck? That seems like that was just a mistake. Like, you don't want to be drawing this if you already have one in hand. So we have 6 power, so this is the 3-turn clock. So there's 2 in the graveyard still. One's there. They're going to draw this one, cast this, but like, I don't think they can actually win next turn. They're only going to have 5 mana, so unless one of these cards is Oracle, I guess that's what we're playing around. Like, we're just hoping that one of those cards. That's fine. Okay, so you cycled, so you have all 4 hunts in hand, so how many? You have 1 card in your deck? Okay, well, I just counter this and you lose, right? Okay. Okay, well, I don't... Yeah, I think they made some mistakes, but it didn't really matter in the end, so... I think the biggest mistake they're making is that their deck is not playing Mortuary Mire in it. They did not show us a single one of those. Alright, well, let's keep going. Like, that match is pretty good for us. I'm happy to see that anytime. We can beat that pretty easily. Now, I think there is a much better version. Like, you should play 3 Treasure Hunts, 1 Thassa's Oracle, and you should have Mortuary Mires in the deck. I guess this hand is fine. We can have, you know, pretty much anything up next turn. Well, we're not blocking that. I guess if they attack with Champion, we can just Trickster and block it. No, you don't want to do that. Alright. They might have Stop or something. No, okay. Well... Okay, so they don't have anything on 2 mana. That's interesting. You have, like, Chain Whirler. That's not the worst. Still have Trickster and... Like, we can play Breeding Pool, play Trickster, and have Retort up still. Thing's fine, too. Yeah, I should not have played that. I should have kept that to adapt it away. So I can tap down both of these things right now. Could just attack with these 2. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with these. If they block Benthic Biomancer, I can adapt it and still flash in Trickster so they don't get any tokens. I'll discard Breeding Pool, and then we will Trickster it, so I will tap that, I guess. I should, no, that was a mistake. Alright, well. I should have untapped the... I should have untapped this so I could play the Jade Bearer. But I mean, they're very far behind right now anyway, so I'm not sure it matters. We might want to keep this to tap down this anyway, so... I guess we're going to tap this thing. Put a counter on Mararegery. So now we can attack with everything safely. They have to block or they die. And we have Wizard's Retort up, so... Oh, it deals that much +2. Oops, I thought it would... Yeah, never mind. Okay, well... Oops, that was a mistake. Yeah, let's not do that. Damn it. I threw away Regery and I shouldn't have done that. I mean, I could attack, but I'm not killing them yet. I need to draw a Lord. A Lord is what kills them now. Or if I can tap one of their creatures, that would work too. Yeah, let's not do that. No! Okay, well, Brazen Borrower I think was still a really good... Yeah, it was an okay draw. I forgot. This thing is... They're both on Merfolk. We can't cast both of these things. Yep. Land and Embercleave, that's... They're not actually that good. Goblin Chain Whirler, unfortunately, is very good. I can't let them kill like my entire board with that. This is getting very bad. We were very close, and now we're getting to be very far away. All right, we're gonna have to pass. We keep flooding out, and the opponent keeps, like, you know, drawing, what is it, 3 light up the stages. Fuck me. How does this always happen to me? Like, look at this. Alright, yeah, I can't do anything about that. The good news is this Brazen Borrower does put us within reach, so... This is actually kind of dangerous for them to be making this attack. But I guess I can't really afford to block, so... Alright, well, never mind. I guess they just have enough stuff to continue going off forever. Now there is no draw that we have that, like, wins. This would have won if they did not draw this thing. Alright, well, you know what? We're not dead yet. They still have that fucking Emperor Cleave in hand, right? Or no, that they didn't. It was exiled. Never mind. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna let them do their attacks, and then we're gonna Merfolk Trickster down that thing. So we're not dead. Yeah, all right. Well, we got there. Brazen Borrower's gonna do it. Red zone. Wow, that was ridiculous. I have no idea how we managed to win that game, but that was fantastic. We cast 3 light up the stages in a row and still managed to beat that. Okay, well, we're slowly making progress. It's not it's not super quick, but you know we are climbing upwards at least. This hand is very slow on the draw. I think we have to mulligan into something more aggressive than this. This is actually fine, I think. We'll keep this, and I guess we'll put a benthic Biomancer on the bottom. We can play the Hinterland Harbor and the Mistbinder, and then follow up with the Water Trap Weaver. It looks like this is mono red again. Alright, Steamkin, I mean, I'm not super thrilled about that, but it means next turn it's going to get out of hand probably. I mean, Weaver can tap this thing down to get us another attack in, but there are definitely a lot of ways this can go poorly. Like, they can just shock the Mistbinder, and that would be terrible. And the fact that they keep hovering over it makes me feel like that's what's going to happen. Oh, well, that's interesting. Guess I don't want the Phoenix attacking because I can hit for 4 next turn, and if they want to trade Steamkin with one of these, that's fine. I don't think they're going to, but I don't. This thing I don't want attacking for 4 damage or potentially more. Can it be more? They don't. They don't have free spells to chain into this thing, but. Yeah, that was not great. These breeding pools look really bad against them. Like, we're holding 3 lands in our hands. Yeah, we haven't drawn a non-land card this entire game. Let's not break the trend now. Come on. Of course. Fantastic. Uh, yeah, this thing was going to use both of the islands for that. Alright, well, now we're fucked. We have no non-land cards left. That was just flooding out. Out of the 10 cards we saw, 7 of them were lands. Can't win that. Sometimes the shuffler be like that. You know, it's alright. It is just mildly infuriating. Okay, this hand looks actually pretty good. We'll keep this. I think I'm leading on Breeding Pool, just in case we're up against, like, that stupid 1/1 Fanatic guy. It might just be Shock, though. Okay, well, we're going to find out if they have Shock now. No, they don't. Great. So we can get Commander Speaker out of Shock range. So this could be a combo deck, or this could be like Phoenix. If it's Phoenix, the Trickster and the Borrower are pretty good. Okay, it looks like it's probably a Phoenix list. That's really interesting. I don't think you're in a position to really be racing this right now. So do you still feel good about that decision to attack? Because I wouldn't. The balls on this man. So what do you got? Stomp or something? You have to have a removal spell for the retrade. Yeah, okay. You're still on a 2-turn clock, though. Well, that's fantastic. So do you have Shock? That's what I want to know. Nope, it's an opt. So I feel like they probably have to have Arc-like Phoenixes in their deck, and they just haven't discarded any. They're definitely dead next turn. I'm probably just going to Brazen Borrower and bounce. Okay. I'm probably going to bounce that. Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's just bounce this thing. Alright, cool. Got there. Turns out the hasty deck was not the beatdown after all. I mean, that could have definitely... I feel like if they would have had a Shock at some point, like, that could have swung the race, but... Yeah, it was, no, it was close. There definitely were draws they had, but... we were alright. I also had the option to try to use a Trickster to exchange with one of those things, and it may have been correct, but it worked out for us, so... This is way too slow. We can't keep this. We have only 3 drops on the draw. Ah, fuck me. Alright, I guess we're keeping this, and we're going to put a speaker in the bottom. This is not good. We need a green source to play this thing. So probably on turn 2 we're adapting this thing, and then probably throwing away Speaker for something. Well, that'll... Okay, never mind. I guess let's see if they're going to block first. No. Alright, now we'll activate. We're discarding Kumena, so... We only have 2 in the deck, and we managed to draw both of them when we don't have green mana. Yeah, no, there's no way we're beating this, though. For sure, our hand is really slow on the draw, and we are going to get nut stomped by this. Rejury has got to be too slow for this. Like, it's also so vulnerable too. Like, they have like a bajillion spells that can kill it and just attack us for like 6 damage. And even playing a second one does not do very much either. Like, we'd have to draw like Hinterland Harbor and then play Rejury, untap the Hinterland, or no, or to play, yeah, we play Rejury and then you know, untap a land and then play Kamena Speaker, untap, and then we can play Skydiver and commit. So I guess if this lives and we draw a green mana, then it's theoretically possible we could build like a huge board, but they also have the ability to just Steamkin us. Like they can kill the Rejury still if they want to use the mana from this thing. Yeah, they're gonna do it. They might light up the stage. Okay, well, that's really bad for us. Okay, well, it's not the worst thing that could have happened off of light up the stage, so we're still, if we can draw a green source, we're still in this, sort of. Probably not Breeding Pool. Yeah, this is like Mara Regery for their deck. Really, it is. Like, look at how many spells they were able to play this turn because of this thing. Like, this might be too much. Okay, well... Yeah, no, we're dead. It had to be exactly a green mana to play the rest of our hand and hope that somehow that was enough to beat this, but no. Nope. Our draw sucked. And theirs was fantastic. We need a better way to beat this red deck. This red is, like, really tough. Especially on the draw. Like, it's insane. Well, I don't know. I have to think about... Maybe we need some amount of, like, not actual unsummon, but there is a different card that either bounces a creature or an enchantment. Like, that one might actually be worth playing. Street Sharks. Uh-oh. Well, this hand's good. Keep. Looks like they mulliganed. Okay. It's usually fine for us. Let's go Breeding Pool, Mistbinder, then whatever. No, I'm sorry. Breeding Pool, Speaker, and then Mistbinder next turn. This looks like this may be another burn deck. Alright, do you have a shock? Because if you do, you're going to kill this Mistbinder right now. Yes. There it is. Okay. So this is significantly less good against this deck. Interesting. I think I might just try to flash in a Brazen Borrower. I don't want to play this Jade Bearer just yet. I want to save it for something else. Rampaging Ferocidon, huh? I guess we'll just play this now. We're winning this race, so I'm fine with letting them have that. Definitely not that, though. Hmm. Lightning strike on that. How, you have 2 cards left in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like they have anything else left. I guess I'll put it on the Trickster. Okay. Still have a counter spell up, and we can also flash in Brazen Borrower. So, no. Absolutely not. So yeah, they're flooding out. It's nice that it's not just us that it happens to. I guess we just cast this and win. Alright, well, we're still ahead of where we started today, but it's been really hard to make any progress. So Cerulean Drake, that's a card that like actually is really good in that match. I mean, it would be, but the problem is like Stomp makes it terrible. So if you ever block with the Drake, they can just stomp your face, and then all of a sudden the Drake dies. So like, as much as I'd really want to lean on a card like that, it's very hard to right now. This is sort of okay. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm not like amazingly excited about it, but it's on the draw. It's a little bit slow, but it doesn't mean we have stuff we can do with it. Alright, this is definitely not like what I wanted to see, but alright, this is getting better. So we have Skydiver. If we want, we can actually loot with the Biomancer, or we can put it on the Skydiver in order to be able to block this Healer's Hawk. Interesting. I don't think they're going to block, so... That should help slow them down a little bit. Then we can play Kumena. Or we could... yeah... okay. It's fine. I think this is a good turn to play Kumena. Then we can play Biomancer and Speaker, and then we can just start going absolutely ridiculous with this shit. Our board is going to get way bigger than theirs. We're going to get +1/+1 counters up the ass. Yeah. So, we have to be careful. No! Oh, fuck. How do they have that? Alright, well, they're going to definitely exile Kamena now. Alright. That's going to make this much harder. I guess we could bounce the Endless Tribunal when they play it again. We can just counter it. I don't want to attack. This is tough because now things are going to start getting out of hands quickly. They have to decide whether they want to trade this hawk. This is such a brutal combo with Heliod. It might have been correct to bounce and counter this thing. Oh, I can't afford to be blocking any of this. I think I screwed up. I think I was supposed to bounce and then recounter this thing and just leave Kamena away. Yeah, I messed this up. Heliod is just insanely difficult to beat. I totally like undervalued the combo between him and then that card. It just, yeah, I don't know, it escaped me. Ugh, brutal. It's a tiny mistake that just like spiraled out of control immediately. I think we had a chance. Like, I don't know if our board was still good enough to win that match in that case, but I think we could have at least tried. We had a much better chance of doing something. I guess I'm keeping this, but it's still not perfect. Need to draw more lands, preferably a green one. Okay, Spectral Sailor, that's fine. Then we don't need this Jade Bearer. So we're definitely going to want this Merfolk Trickster to tap this thing down, because this is going to be a Curious Obsession deck. And if they're just relying on Spell Pierce, that's not enough. Let's play Water Trap Weaver. Blast Zone. Like, they're definitely not cracking it on one. They have to attack, so that makes sense. I mean, they probably have a counterspell for this, but I don't have a better choice. I'm just stuck in a spot where I kind of have to race them, and I need the Reedry to do it. I mean, we're winning the damage race right now, for sure. This Cometa Speaker is going to help with that, too. That's interesting. You just try to put them in a position where they have to, like, do something, because we're going to kill them like, they're not going to be able to use all the cards in their hand because they're just so, like, so far behind in this race. See, if I play the Reedry, they're surely going to counter it, but I think I have to anyway. I need them to, like, keep playing one spell a turn, and, like, this is still fine. This still kills them in 2 turns, even if they counter this. If they don't counter it, they have to chump block, and then they're dead anyway, so... Yeah, that's still bad for you. Because you're still dead, and I still have Trickster. Mm-hmm. What are you doing with that, though? Because I don't think that all of these cards in your hands are doing very much. You have to play... Okay, so there's one. You need to play at least one more creature. Okay, now you're definitely fucked, because this is a hunt by itself is enough. Play another blocker, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Okay. That was it. They had nothing else, so okay. Yeah, Mono Blue Tempo is a pretty decent match for us because we do sort of the same thing their deck does, except we're just faster at it. They'll end the game with more cards in hand, but the thing is, we can deploy damage to the board much faster than they can. So. I go first. This actually is... It's okay. We'll keep it. I don't like playing Jade Bearer first, but it's... I mean, sometimes you do what you gotta do. Alright, well... It's gonna be one of these matches, huh? Alright. Guess we're hoping to just stick Cometa and then hope that that wins. Mm-hmm. So they're going to gain 1, 2, and then probably 3 life. I mean, I guess that's fine. Okay, so gain 3 life, 4, 5. So how do I win with this borrower? Alright, fine. No! What am I doing? That's a mistake. I should have waited till combat. Fuck! And that could have been the difference here, because now they have an extra creature in play. Like, oh, I totally fucked this up. I should have... No, but if I wait till the beginning of combat... Do they have to control 3 when this resolves? Damn it. Okay, well, they just gave up anyway. Alright, well, that's fine. I don't think they should have given up. I think that they actually had a very good chance to win, because we still had 3 lands in hand, but... Alright, they just gave us a win for free, basically. So let's keep going. Still making forward progress, though. That was kind of undeserved. It's not great, but I guess we keep this. It's interesting. That's not really a card I want to see. I really don't want to be drawing more lands. I need, like, beef. I need like the good cards in the deck, not like... You see this deck so much. Alright. Yeah, well... Ghost Quarter? That's a weird choice. We can't really beat this card. Guess I have... I can't even play like another Merfolk, though. Or, yeah, if I play another creature, this thing is just going to get ridiculously big. Alright, I think we just have to pass. I'll try to tap this thing down. Oh, fuck me. That's... Heliod with all of this nonsense is definitely terrible. I don't want... If I play this, like, this is just... This is going to become an 8/8. I actually should have done this and got in the extra point of damage, but I guess right now we do represent, like, a Trickster or a Counterspell or something. Alright, well, we are fucking destroyed. That is like the end of the game right there. We can't defeat that. Yeah, no. We lose. The problem, like, this is just putting, like, double +1/+1 counters in this thing, and, like, then they just attack with it. It's gonna deal us, like, fucking 15 damage this turn. So, Yeah, that the mono white deck is so hard to beat. It almost makes me just want to like splash another color just for like removal spells because I don't know how we are defeating it consistently without stuff like Shock or maybe like Bone Crusher Giant could be helpful. Uh, this is again we're on the draw and this is really slow. I think like if I'm on the draw like this is just worse. All right, well I can't afford to mulligan again, and I guess this is the worst thing. No, why are we always up against this same deck? We just put this in the bottom! What the hell? Oh, like we have a bad hand on the draw against the deck that we're like really weak against. And they have like, you know, like the best start for their deck too. Like if I play a creature, it just is making this thing bigger and that's a problem. I guess we need this thing. We're gonna have to like Brazen Borrower this back to their hand. I can't afford to like. I might have to just take it for 2 turns, but that's incredibly dangerous too. I can't attack here, I don't think. So what's going to happen is I guess I'm going to have to Trickster this thing down, and then I'm going to have to bounce it back. Okay, this is... Well, we are totally boned to that. Because now they can just like keep making Pride Mates, and we're never beating them. So... No, that's... Why does this keep happening? This mono white deck is so insanely good in this best of 1. I don't know. I don't know what cards we're supposed to play to like defeat this. Like, even stuff like Kumena is not beating the fucking Pride Mates. I don't know. Like, I think everything else is like fixable, but that's not. And this is not capable. Why do we keep being on the draw with these terrible hands? Sure. I guess we're putting this in the bottom and hoping that, you know, we draw the 3rd land. Okay, well, at least... Overgrown Tomb is not a plains, so that's some good news, but... So this is a dinosaur deck? Okay. I guess I just use Trickster in this in the upkeep? Just keeps them from getting to 4 mana for Dinosaur this turn. Alright, well... I think that we can beat this. We have like the right kind of draw for this. This Water Trap Weaver alongside Mara Reader is going to be very good against this deck. If their plan is to stick like 1 or 2 big things, then being able to tap them down or bounce them is just going to... Like, this is the kind of deck that we're actually good at wrecking. Yeah, sure. Okay, well, that's scary. I'm not going to block that. What I am going to do is Water Trap this thing and tap that down. So I can attack for 8, and then I think that's fine. They're dead next turn. Well, fuck me. I didn't expect that. Okay, the hasty guy that... I didn't think that that was going to happen, so I guess I shouldn't have attacked with one of these things, but that was the exact card that they needed. So now we've lost all progress in this. No, why? We have fallen back so far. I think, like, Water Trap Weaver was so good in that turn, too, but then, like, it just death spiraled out of control. It's insane. Maybe we have to start doing best of 3, because I don't think, like, we're not beating the stuff in best of 1. It means we actually have to put a sideboard together and start going after it like that. At least maybe then, like, we can focus on, you know, having the deck either tuned to beat aggro or beat control, because I don't think it can do both at the same time. That seems to be a very huge problem in this deck. I haven't missed Silvergill Adept at all, at least. I mean, even if it's not succeeding, at least failure is still something we can learn from, so... Yeah, I'm not, like, super upset about this. Alright, we don't want them ramping, so... let's just make them unable to ramp. Then this lets us deploy Regery, and then we can start being the aggro deck here. Yeah, this still might have, you know, Burning Tree shenanigans. This deck never doesn't have Burning Tree in turn 2. And it is always into this card. No, I don't want to attack just yet. What I want to do is I want to play Regery and then Jade Bear and then Mistbinder next turn, but I need this to live for a turn. Okay, that's fine. That's actually very good for us. Just don't have shock. That's what I need you not to have. Fantastic. Okay. Guess I'll put it on the other Jade Bearer. Okay, that was enough to convince him, like, yeah, our deck was just going to destroy him, so... Regery definitely, you know, does a thing against them. So, alright, let's try to get one more win so we can finish out the weekly 15 that we need. I don't know. We might have to reconsider some of these card choices, though. We might even have to reconsider whether we want best of 1 or best of 3, but... this is okay. It's similar to before, but it doesn't have that explosive part to it. You go Jade Bearer, Mistbinder, and then Jade Bearer plus Trickster. Which means this is probably Esper Control again. Esper Control is fine. We just... well, we don't have a counterspell for them. Oh, okay, it's this deck again. We just put 2 Teferis in the graveyard. No, Teferi and Tamiyo. Okay. So I can actually play 2 Jade Bearers this turn, so I can make this 3 and this 3 so I can attack in. I think that's the thing that's worth doing. And then next turn I can play Trickster and then just like absolutely pound him in the face. Like, yeah, I will actually kill him if he doesn't play another creature. He just dies to Trickster. Okay, I think this still kills you. No, not quite. Alright, so that's fine. Like, we still have ridiculously lethal in play. And the backup is the Brazen Borrower. This can flash in for 3 damage at some point. They have to have a sweeper this turn or they lose. If they don't have, like, Ritual of Soot, then they're dead. And even if they do, like, that's... Yeah, that's not enough. I think that means they're just done. You can use the Amber to cast an Emery, but that's... Unless you can go off this turn. I think you need another Mox Amber to go off, though, right? Alright, well, they might be able to combo out here. I guess they have to. If they can't combo, then they die, so... So we're just waiting to see whether they're going to be able to get there. You don't have any... No, you can still play the Mox Amp from the graveyard still, so... Alright, I think they actually got this. Their combo is they're going off. Damn it. I didn't know they were going to need to shock themselves, otherwise I should have attacked them and left Teferi there. No, we were so close. Like, maybe maybe I should have just attacked them. Like, I didn't think that they were going to be able to just win the game in this turn. Well, at least everybody's going to get to see what this deck does. So, like, this is, you know... I think this is in Pioneer as well. Like, there is a deck that plays like Kethis and tries to win like that. Alright, well, that's fine. I believe that you can do this, right? No, just finish doing it. You get to, like... entertain my audience. Alright, I don't fucking care. I don't have time for this. They can... I think they can infinitely... They can loop this like Oath of Kaya enough. That's how this is going down. Alright, well... Damn it. I don't know. Maybe they would have had a different land to play, but... I should have probably just attacked them and left Teferi. This is terrible. This is actually much better. No, we need to put this in the bottom because we were not going to be able to play the Hinterland Harbor to do anything useful. I thought it was a breeding pool at first. Of course it's this deck. Why would it not be? Alright. Alright. It's fine. Look how fine it is. I am sure they're not going to play Ajani's Pridemate on turn 2. That's not what this deck does at all. Okay. Healer's Hawk. It's fine. Okay, do you want to trade your entire board for one of these creatures? I don't think so. Kill you, Daxos. Alright, I ask you the same question. Would you like to sacrifice your entire board for one creature? They don't have a Pridemate yet, so maybe... Okay, they just keep having these things, which are like, okay, but... Well, that is never gonna become a thing. I'm gonna wait for them to attack with the Sarah Ascendant and then get it with the Trickster. Yeah, I don't know why you're attacking with the Soul. Like, I guess... I don't know, this is a really scary attack for you because you don't know if I have Trickster or not. Ooh, they're getting very brave now. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing that can get out of hand the most, so... I'm actually not sure which one is... I think that we'd rather keep the other Skydiver right now. But I'm pretty sure they're dead. Like, I don't think that, like, there's really much they can do here. Alright, yeah, we did manage to get there, so... They didn't have Pridemate for once, so we actually beat them. Like, their hand just had, like, a bunch of dinks in it that didn't do much, so... Alright, well... Let's open our packs. We got two of them, so let's see if we get anything useful. We got a little doji. Alright, what else? What do we got? There's another wild card. Those are always nice. Yeah, this is dumb. There's no way that I'm using this card for anything, but this card is actually kind of interesting. Like, it's sort of like Curious Obsession, except the problem is it costs 2 mana and it doesn't have flash like the Octopus does, so I don't think this is as good. But I think there's like a Boggles deck that plays it. So look at it. I mean, we made like very slight progress, but it really we didn't move forward too much. So I think Water Trap Weaver was okay. I think it was fine. Maybe I mean, we saw Skydiver was it was sort of fine. Kimena was sort of fine. Like, I'm not sure really how to fix this. Like, Jade Bearer didn't do a whole lot, but at the same time, like, the one drop seemed somewhat important. Maybe we can cut Skydiver and like one Jade Bearer, and then yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like some spell that we want to play. Where is it? There is one that is sort of useful. This one, Stern Dismissal. Yeah, like it's possible that some number of these could be in the deck, but I don't know. It's also possible that maybe best of 3 is what we should be doing. That said, I think there's also a new card in the set that might be worth playing because it's like an instant speed Rabid Bite that has upside to it, so that might be something that we want to play because it lets us use our creatures as removal. And there's not really there's not a whole lot of good removal in like these colors, so it's something that, you know, being able to have an instant speed removal spell would be kind of nice. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I mean, mono like the white deck is just so hard. I think that's probably the toughest matchup so far. Like if they stick like Heliod and or the Pride Mate, like that just becomes insanely hard to combat. Pride Mate is probably the worst card for us in that deck because it gets so big so quickly, and they have so many ways to abuse like gaining all that life. Plus, they effectively have 8 copies of it because the Planeswalker Ajani makes Pride Mate tokens, so it's not like, you know, Death Shadow where they only have like one of them that usually, or maybe 2 at a time. Like they can have a ton of them because they effectively have 8 copies of the Pride Mate. So Water Trap Weaver is sort of fine against that card, but I don't know. Maybe we want the 4th one of this. I think we should keep some number of these. Like, these seem fine, but I don't know. I have to think about it more. I don't have the answer right now, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be quite a grind. We're going to have to really think about what we want to do going forward. And there's not going to be a lot of free wins handed to us from this point, so well, we'll see. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Yeah, I will see you guys again later this week. Yeah, now that I'm actually in my new place, like I said, I'll be on my normal schedule at this point, so you can look forward to that. I'm not sure what I'm going to play next, to be honest. It won't be Historic, because I think we've done this twice in a row now, so it'll be something else, and I'm just not sure what it's going to be. So if there's something in particular that you're interested in seeing me play, let me know. I'm always looking forward to your comments, so I try to read all of them. And yeah, your support means everything to me. That's the only reason I do this. So thank you, everybody, for watching. I will see you again next time. Later.